Okay, go with that. What up? What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Back at it again. Just getting situated. Hopefully, everybody had a good weekend. I need to reorganize all my color again. Anyways, let's get messages over there. It's pretty much trash now. All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Let's see how's it looking over here. Oh, we got somebody in here. What's up, Michael? Oh, in and out. Okay, what's going on? Michael, Steele? I don't know. It's one of you guys. What's going on? Check it out. Check out the notes. You can see me doing my thing here. I'm about to get started real quick. Just make a bomb. Get started with that. We'll warm up one of those real quick. Booger green. It's like a lime green. It's like a bright lime green with some of the dark green. No pattern. Just gonna keep it pretty simple with the spots. I'm gonna shape it up, blow it up, then let it cool down, harden up. Once it hardens up, I'll dip it into the furnace again and add another layer of glass over that. So then I'll have enough material to blow it up without having to worry about making it too thin. So here I'm just shaping it up with my tool called a shaping block. It's made out of cherry wood traditionally. It's cherry wood. New company out here in the area. They're making it out of mahogany wood. We'll cover there. Seal the air with my thumb after I blow. That caps the pipe, traps the air inside. The air gets hot enough that the air expands. So now, instead of a solid mass, we have a bubble as well. Compressed air here. Pull the block down. Alright. Let that cool down. Grab a sip of water. Oh, I gotta tag Toasty on here, see if Toasty comes in. Let's see. Squid Kitty, what's up, Squid Kitty? What are you doing tonight? Just making stuff? Tonight I'm making a couple of bongs and couple of hearts for Valentine's Day. Maybe some flowers too. So the hearts are for. Can you make it? Yes, I'm gonna make a glass heart for us. Somebody on the community. If you're interested in one right now, let me know. Oops, sorry about the camera. There are particular colors that you're looking for because I might not have the colors you're looking for, but if I do have them, yeah, I can make a heart. Um, I'm just tagging Big Toe. She's the one that wanted me to make her heart. Just whatever you want to do. I don't smoke anymore. My dude does. I can buy a bong, but I'm kind of looking for glass art. Hell yeah. You came to the right place. Make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't already. Oh, wait, I think you are following. Yeah, let me finish this bong real quick, and then I'll move to the hearts next. Yeah, so Big Toast Malone, person I tagged on here, they wanted me to make them a black and white one and a pink and white one. So I figure I start the show with this bong to kind of kill the time to get that going. Maybe they'll jump in, maybe they won't. But what I'll do is maybe I'll finish this up and I'll do your heart next. I'll do your heart next, and then and we'll see if Toasty shows up by then. Alright, so just getting everything shapened up again. I added that extra layer of glass from the furnace. This is a hose. I'll attach one end to the pipe. That allows me to blow air through the other end. So yeah, right now I got the phone positioned, or the camera over there, so I'll get to the chat here once I finish this piece up. But if you guys have any questions or anything like that, yeah, drop them in the chat, or message me directly if you guys are wanting some custom pieces. I just happen to see your message now, so yeah, I can definitely do that. All right, got a little bit of air in here. Give it a little more shape. All right, stretch it out. As it stretches out, I'll eventually start to constrict it and kind of pinch it down at the top of the pipe, or the head of the pipe, just past the head. And that's where I'll break it off the pipe later. Okay, I'm going to stretch out some more. The steeper I go, the further it stretches, as long as it's hot enough. And the quicker the stretch. Alright, just a quick heat towards the bottom now. Soften that up and blow that out. Nice and round. Although the homie's like, I asked him, do you want me to make a beaker style? So the homie that I'm selling these to, he's like a vendor himself, right? So he sells his own pipes, but he doesn't sell the bongs. Well, he does sell bongs too, but these are a different type of style of glass in the industry. So he's been hitting me up for them, and I've been working with him for the last 2 years or so. So this last order, he's like, I'm going to go to this big event in Vegas. I need like 100 bongs. I'm like, oh shit. So I got to make 100 by mid-March. That gives me all of February to work on them. which I planned it out. If I do about 4 an hour, let's say 5, if I'm on a roll, everything works out good. And it's going to take me about 20 hours at 5 an hour, which isn't too bad. Now, let's say I break some or that doesn't work out, well, now I got to make up for that. So let's add maybe a couple hours to that. All right, so I'm going to try to, I was doing this technique pretty good last time. I'm going to break it off this pipe and just reattach it to the same pipe on the other end. Let's see how it works out. Nope, didn't work out. All right, well, there goes my 5 an hour rate. So, do it again. Maybe avoid the technique on this one. I'll show you guys how I was originally doing it the first time. So, it just saves a step in the process, trying to keep it on the same pipe, just breaking it off there. But as you can see, you got to do it. You got to do it right. So, that will give me a little bit of extra time. See if Toasty shows up here. Kind of a bummer. You get numb to it after a while. Like, oh shit, it broke. These ones not a big deal, but like if it's like a client's piece, right? I'm making something for a client or for somebody. Definitely a lot more pressure on there. Especially if it like breaks, then you're like, okay, well, how many times is it going to take before I get it on? Before I can get it. With this one, again, I was just trying this technique that I have been doing. I did it pretty good last week. First one to go, first one to start the day. Didn't get it on the first try. So it is what it is. Move on and do it again. But yeah, let me see if I can get through this one a little bit quicker. Move just a little bit faster. I like the way it's coming out. To be honest, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Wasn't meant to be. That one was not meant to be smoked out of. Gone with the wind. Stretch it out just a little bit longer with that little whirl around the world. All right, nice good little heat. Hit the bottom again. Blow that up a little bit rounder. And then I'm going to break off for a second, grab another pipe, a little bit of glass on that pipe. And that way I can kind of bridge it so that when I break it off of this one, it's stuck to the other pipe. Okay, so let me go grab that other pipe with some more glass on the end of it. I gotta keep this pretty hot, so I'll just give it a quick little flash of heat all the way in. And this other piece of glass on the other pipe is slowly cooling down, so I'll just still give it a little quick shake. Let the other pipe kind of do its own thing for a second. Aim for the center, the base. Have it fuse together for a bit. Then I'll add a little bit of water here to the constriction on top. Should just break right off at the pipe, that area there. So now you can see that hollow part of the pipe, or the glass where I was blowing it from. That's what's left at the end of the rod there. Put this one away. I can see where the top is on this one. So I'm just going to focus my heat on the top now. Smooth out that rim. Maybe kind of flare it open or flare it out just a little bit. And then we'll get ready to put it away. Next we'll do the hearts. And I'll go check the chat too. I'll go check the chat. How about some fire emojis, chat? Can you guys drop some fire emojis in the chat? It's part of my thing since I'm a glass blower and I'm playing with fire. So hopefully when I get to the chat and I get over there, there's all kinds of fire emojis. It doesn't have to be one. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Somebody did like a volcano. Anyways, let me just dial this in, touch up the rim here, finish it up, and I'll get to you guys here in a bit. Alright, so give it one last final heat, let everything kind of stabilize itself and cool it down overnight. So I'm going to add a little bit of water right to that connection. Again, that creates a little bit of stress, so I can separate it from the pipe and break it off at that stressful point. So tap at the pipe. You guys might not be able to see this because of the camera angle, but there we go. It just comes right off. Any little sharp edges that get left behind from the torch. Usually a couple little sharp edges, it just kind of melts that away with the torch. I got these tongs that are covered in this like ceramic fiber material. Here we go. I'll walk over across the shop. There's an annealer over here. This is where it cools off overnight. So I'll lift up in here. There we go. I gotta make some small ones. That one's kind of big. He wants half an order, 25 big ones, 25 small ones. Yo, I see the fire emojis. What up? Let's go. Let's go. Kerfluffle, Super Swan, Victorious. Let's go. What's up, cat? All right. Yeah. My name is Timmy's in here. What's up? All right, guys. Let's see. Yeah. Just welcome to the shop. This is the shop. This is where I work at. You can see some of it in here. The fact that one-man band right now is it harder just to do a piece? Yeah, if you're by yourself, definitely. You got the. You usually have a team. You got some assistants to help you out. All right. Now I'm just chilling right here, hanging out, posted up, victorious. Uh, let's see, who was in here earlier? Squid Kitty. What's up, lucky guy? Welcome to the shop. Is Squid Kitty still in here? I'll give her a quick tag, see if she's still in here or not. Squid Kitty was talking about making some for her. I'm gonna make a quick heart, and then let me zoom in so you guys maybe get to see how this looks. Oh, there. Okay, here we go. Squid Kitty about to get started with the heart. So we're gonna go ahead. Maybe I'll zoom out, give you guys a better picture. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna bring it close to the equipment. The issue is that if the phone gets too hot, the phone will heat up and it turns off the whole stream. It's already happened to me twice. So, and this allows me to pivot a little bit. So I'm gonna have the phone right here, and then I can pivot the camera a little bit. So I'll keep it here to show you guys the furnace, and I'll pivot here to show you the glory hole, and I'll pivot here to show you the bench. So this is my sweet spot right here. All right, let's do this heart. We're gonna do a pink heart, and I've been doing this technique where the pink is going to be in the background. It's going to have depth. So the front of the heart will be clear, and the pink will be in the background. And that's what Toasty got earlier, and she really liked the way it came out. I like the way it came out. It looks freaking sick. So, all right, let's try it out, yo. All right, so we got the steel pipe, solid pipe. This one's capped off, so it's not hollow, so there's no actual glass blowing since I'm just sculpting the glass. This is the furnace, 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. So just like honey on a honey stick, we wind the glass right across the head of the pipe there. And I'm going to pivot here in a second. Just bear with me a little bit while I get set up. All right, I'm going to go into the color. Colors are in these scoops. You see I just kind of roll the glass right across the little spots of color, but I'm keeping the tip of it relatively clear. Do that again, add another coat. One coat starts off kind of light, two coats semi-light, or one coat's kind of clear. You can still see through the clear glass, two coats semi-clear. So you just melt and saturate more color depending on what you're making and how much color you want to use. Okay, there's the second coat. Oh, I got to pivot here so you guys can see the glory hole. There's the glory hole. That's where we heat up the glass. So there's no actual glass in here. This one we just used to reheat. You know what? I'm going to roll a little bit of white in the background behind it too. The white's going to make the pink pop a little bit more, I think. All right, so I'll reheat this up, and then I'm going to shape it up here at the bench. Hopefully that's a good angle. Let me see. I can't see. Yeah, give or take, I think. All right, I'm going to pull this off. Go back to the furnace, add another layer of glass over this. Sweet. Yeah, sometimes, some people would like custom orders or they're like a custom piece. And then sometimes they're like, well, you know what? We just want your style on it. We just want you to do whatever you think you'd want to do. Like use your own inspiration to create something. So those are always nice. Those are always fun. And so that's why I was like, I was going to go with exactly this, just like adding my clear layer of glass to kind of magnify that window. Bubble here. I'm going to get rid of this bubble real quick. Switch. Go through that. Switch the camera. Okay, that looks better. So what happens sometimes is when we go add another layer of glass in the furnace itself, just like boiling stuff, right? When you boil stuff, you get bubbles and you get these air bubbles that travel up to the surface. Well, the glass itself, as it melts, they're like little billets of glass, and they start melting. They trap air pockets, and so those air pockets develop bubbles, and you'll get bubbles that kind of rise up to the surface of the layer of the glass. And every now and then, you'll get a bubble trapped in your piece. Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it could be intentional. Other times you don't want it. And so that's what I was doing there. I was just cutting off extra glass to kind of get that air bubble out of the glass itself. It was a big one. Sometimes it's unavoidable to get like really tiny ones, but that one was just very noticeable. So, okay. So I'm going to reheat. Now I got a nice even shape. I'll reheat it. And when I go back, I'll start shaping the heart. I'll kind of squish everything right now. It's kind of really kind of pointed out. So I'm going to kind of compress and squish it. And I'll start working the bottom of the heart, tapering the bottom. I'll cut off some extra glass, and then I'll make the top and create that little slit in the middle of the top. All right, so here we go. Again, I'll flatten it first. Pull and stretch. So that's most of the clear glass. I want to stretch the color along with it. So pull, stretch, and you can see the color start to go with it. Now I got my metal paddle, I aim for the center as best as I can. kind of score it, flip it around, and let it fall right into that score mark. All right, check it out, y'all. Oh, must I spill my water cup? Oh, great. Now I got water in my seat. I'll have to clear that up real quick, but I don't want to sit on water and work with the wet ass the rest of the session. Big old wet spot right there in the back. Sick. I swear it's just water. It's just water. No, I got this little rag, so I get that real quick. Okay, so now I just start to constrict that area just past the pipe itself. Try to make it just the easier it's going to break off at that section. And I'll cool off the grass a little bit. And this one's going to be white and pink. Kind of white exterior with the pink interior. And it gives you like a little, oh man, yeah. It gives you a little glimpse on the inside of the heart. Which, check that out. You can see through it. As it moves around and falls, I just kind of flip it back and forth. And we'll let this start to cool down. I'll separate it from the pipe over at the knockoff station. And then we'll see if we get a big toasty in here at their house. Oh, we got some people. Can you do another one after with colors? Oh yeah, all of it colored. So instead of clear, just all colored all the way around. Yeah, I can do that. Let me take this one off the pipe. All right, so that breaks off there. Again, I use a torch here. I just get rid of any little sharp edges. Then I flatten it down with the metal paddle. Go down to eye level so I can really see how it comes down. We're going to go right about there. Kind of like them to sit at a slight angle, so they're not sitting straight up. They kind of are facing you. If you're like sitting on a desk, it's kind of facing you a little bit. And there we are. All right. So let me put that one away. And I'll be right back. I like that pink and white. It's a really nice color. I'm going to do it again, swirled around everywhere. So this is going to be a whole different technique. Show you guys that here in a bit. Get some water. And I'll have to switch the camera around here and there. Oh, for sure, Squid Kitty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, yeah, as it cools off, the color fades in more. So you can see when it's very hot, it all looks very orange and incandescent is the term. Like, when metal heats up, it all looks bright orange. Some colors you can tell right away what they're going to look like, while other colors, it's like pottery. You got to wait and see what it's going to look like at the end. All right, let's go pink and white all the way around, swirled everywhere. I'll go a little bit heavier on the pink than the white. All right, so I got my glass at the end of the rod. To be a little efficient, I kind of ride the metal right across the pipe, and I squeeze a little bit of glass all the way off the end to have more material to work with off the head. So now instead of just coating the sides, I'm coating the entire tip all the way down the bottom. Last one was 2 coats of pink. With this one, I'll go 3 coats. I'm going to add a little bit of white here. White I got just kind of sprinkled right across here. And my pinks one more time. 3rd coat. And maybe one. Alright, so now what I'll do with this, I'm going to swirl and twist this all around. So instead of having just kind of this spotty effect, it's going to have more of this like, you know, if you ever do like water paint and you have your ink in it, or you just drop a little bit of ink inside water and it all just kind of spreads around everywhere and it just kind of fades. It kind of, certain areas blemish, so certain areas are a little bit more darker or denser. Other areas are a little bit lighter. So that's what I'm going to do here. Check it out. I'm just going to spin the pipe one direction for a second. Now swirling everything kind of around one way, but then I'm going to bring it out, grab the glass, and just start stretching, pulling, twisting the pipe. There's no really messing it up because this is, again, intentional. That part's not too intentional where my tool gets stuck in the glass, but wiggle, 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 wiggle. There we go. I'm going to cut that part off. Alright, so now that pink and white is swirled everywhere, mixed around. So I'm going to melt this all down, smooth it all out again. And again, it's going to be just like pink and white, just marbled around everywhere. It's going to look, I like this design as far as like, you can see it's just like, okay, let's play with this, see what happens. There's no messing up. And in the end, it just looks like this, it almost looks like marble or something, like somebody just cracked a piece of marble and you can see all these little lines of color just swirled everywhere. So now that I've got this shape, I'm just melting it back down. I'll get it all smoothened out. Then reshape it, add the next layer of clear glass over this. And then I'll shape it that into the heart. And so the reason we add another layer of clear over this, again, it's so that it protects the color. It's almost like a clear coat. Right? You ever like paint something, whether it be like painting nails or painting a car, you have your paint and then you put a layer of clear over that. Well, kind of the same thing, right? The colored glass is the pigment, that's the paint. And so at the end, when I go to torch it, if I don't use clear glass over the color, and when I use that little yellow torch, the MAPP gas, the flame from the MAPP gas itself, it kind of tarnishes and burns the color. So again, by having that extra layer of clear, it acts as a clear coat and it protects the color. So that's why we usually have another layer of clear over the color. That's not to say that you can't leave the color on the surface layer. You know, that's something that's definitely doable. But most of the time we add the clear coat. So right now, again, you see I was kind of just a little bit brute, just kind of squished everything back more or less into that shape. Melt it all down again because there's some little creases and wrinkles from all that texture. And now I'm just kind of melting everything down again. So now the texture is all nice and smooth on the surface layer. And I have the design incorporated into the glass now. So that's pink and white, just again swirled and marbled around everywhere. Sweet, yeah. Yeah, no, this whole setup is freaking, yeah, it's definitely very expensive. I don't own it. This is where I work at, so I get to rent it. Now, I got some equipment at home that I'm starting to like gather over time. Maybe eventually I'll have some of the same equipment at my house. Uh, but as you said, very expensive. This one, slight air bubble, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the air bubble on this one. It kind of goes with the theme, with everything kind of just spread around everywhere. Make it part of the aesthetic as well. All right, so I'll reheat that, get everything nice and moving, because what happens is we let the first layer solidify, and then we add the next layer, right? We don't want to go in there too soon or have some of that color just contaminate and fall into the furnace itself. So just like a Candor wax, you got to let it set, cool down, and then you can dip it inside there. Okay. Shake this up, get a heart out of it. Double check to make sure my tools are where I need them. Here we go. Okay. So get that all nice and melted again. Get rid of the sharp edge from the cut when I cut it with the shears. That just kind of melts all those little sharp edges. And again, it softens it up for me so that way I can squeeze it and kind of break it off the pipe eventually, just past the head of the pipe. These are called jacks, like a jack in a box. So hand jacks, and we use the jacks to create our jack line. And eventually we jack it off. I had to. I had to. I put the sensitive content button on, right? That was fun. I had to do it. But yes, these are the jacks. I'm going to go ahead and constrict it, break it off the pipe here in a bit. Now, still very hot, but this is going to get a lot cooler and a lot brighter. You can see all of those pinks and whites just swirled around everywhere. All right, let's put this one. Yeah, so let me go ahead and I'll make a listing for both of them here in a second. Just got to let it cool down. So that way, for sure, like, they're yours. Ooh, okay, one more time before I put it away. Check it out, y'all. So let me go ahead and take this one off the pipe, torch the bottom of it so it's not too sharp. And then I'll take a little break myself, refill my water. And when I do that, I'll create the listing for you there, Squishy. Take my glasses off. I shouldn't be doing this without my glasses, so I'm going to do it quick. There it is. Nice. All right, let me show you one more time. You really see those pinks and whites coming together now. Everything's just swirled and marbled around everywhere. Really beautiful. All right, let me put that away real quick. And the name of the studio is the Seattle Glassblowing Studio. So, yeah, I work out here in Seattle, guys. I live in Tacoma. Make sure you guys hit that follow button if you don't follow. You guys can also get some pieces of glass for yourself. All right, that one's put away, including the first one. All right, Squid Kitty, let me, those are $35 each. Right now, hook you up real quick since we're getting closer to the Valentine's. I'm going to do $30 each, plus the shipping. So let me create the listing for it real quick. Give me 1 second. 60. I'm just going to run it for a quick 10 seconds. Let me edit that. Two parts. Okay, looks like it's ready, and I'm going to start the auction, and there it is. 2 hearts. Squid Kitty, those 2 there. There's 2, right? Which one? So if you want both of them, I can do 2 for 60. If you want just the one, it'd be 35. Which one? Which one you want. I think maybe the second one, since it's a lot more colorful. That one has a little bit more color like you were thinking about. If that's all right. Or would you like both of them? So you want a second one, the same design with the pink and the white, just marbled and swirled around everywhere. There we go. Yes, just a second one. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'll make another one, and I'll do the 2 for 60. And that way you can see it as I make it as well. So I'll run the auction again for you. Here we go. Yes, just this. Okay. All right, I'm running it. I'm running the auction again for you there. There's the pink, and then I'll go grab another pipe and do another one. Next one I should do a spiral pattern. Oh, you just want to buy one. Okay, so you want to buy the second one. So I'll run it for one. I'll run the one that I just did for one right now. And you're going to get the second one, which is the all pink one. So let me edit the listing again. Wonder if you guys can see me as I'm typing this, since I left the face cam on. All right, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Squid Kitty. I got it for 1 pink and white heart. Black and extra red. Yes, this is going to be the second one that I made. So that's the second one that I made, which is pink and white swirled around everywhere. And then, yeah, where are we at in time? All right, I think I'm going to do last one here. I'll have to do the red and black one tomorrow, if that's all right. All right, looks like Squid Kitty got this one. Thank you, Squid Kitty. Appreciate the support. And yeah, thanks for checking it out too. Yeah, anytime I can kind of just explain the process a little bit, have people just hang out and watch the show, get to know people, and sell some of the art, I'm all for it. So thanks for the support. Appreciate you very much. I think you already got one of the previous pieces before too. All right, this one's going to be black and white. I'll show you guys the black and white over here. Yep, little lines and stuff. So let's go black again first, and the white. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I did it right. Yeah, that's right. I thought I put white on top of the black, but I didn't. All good. All right, so now I created those sections of color. So now I got this like cube. Oh, it's your first purchase? Oh, look at that. And you unlock the bronze. So on your next purchase, you actually get 10% off. So keep that in mind. I think you got to use, I don't know how to activate it, but yeah, if you click on maybe the crown there on top of your profile or something, it might kind of guide you on how to do it. All right, so I'm going to get rid of the cube, just kind of roll this into a cylinder back and forth. Okay, so now it's a little bit more rounder and cylindrical. So now, just like candy cane, I'll bring it out of here, and I'm going to twist the pipe on here, and you'll see the color start to swirl around. Whoa. All right, so I'll roll it into a cylinder back and forth a little bit, and then I'll just twist that pipe in place. And I start to change the angle at which I twist it at. You see that color's just spiraling around each other. Check that out. So then I go back to shaping it back into a little cylinder again. It starts to cool down and harden up, so then I'll just reheat it. And now as I heat it up, I'm just going the same direction now. Toasty, there we go. Toasty, this is the one I'm making. This is black and white spiral. This is the last one too. I was just making this when I was like, all right, well, this is gonna be the last one. And here we are, black and white spiral. Oh, black, white, and clear. Sorry, black, white, and clear spiral. Black, white, and clear spiral. All right, I'm going to twist it up some more. I was talking about you all show, Toasty. I was like, yeah, Toasty, they wanted some custom hearts. I made one already. That one was the pink and white one. I actually ended up making two because somebody on here, Squid Kitty, they was like, you know what? Can I have one? Can I have one too? And I was like, yeah. So yours is pink, white with that clear again, so it shows the depth. And Squid Kitty got this one that's pink and white, that's marbled and swirled everywhere around. All right, let me get back to the pivot angle here a bit. Sorry, guys, I'm going to move this around a bit. You guys can stare at the roof and at the station here. So now the spiral terminates at the end there. I'm going to reshape it, and then I'll add another layer of glass over it. Let's see. Get this set up, take away the face cam. So it's not too distracting. There we go. Alright, so we got black and white spiraling around the clear cylinder. Shape it up a little bit. Squish it down just a bit. Make it look kind of like, I would say kind of like a diamond shape almost. It kind of tapers down here. It's a little bit wider on the top. Cool off the glass. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay. Alright, chat. So I want you guys, hold on, let me get this position better here. Alright, so I want you guys to focus right in the center. Alright, so notice the spiral. Alright, so you guys are getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy. You will buy my glass art on the count, on the snap of my finger. Alright. Back to it. Phone's heating up. Alright, let me go ahead and add another layer of glass. Now, because of its consistency, I don't need too much glass either. So I'm going to get rid of some of the extra glass. So it's important that we let that first layer cool down, so that way none of that color runs off with it. And there we are. Alright, let me switch this up real quick. Boom. Boom. I'll go right about there. This is the hot area where, like, if I leave the phone long enough, the glory hole, the heat from the glory hole, the heat from the furnace, it all starts to hit the glass. It starts to hit the phone, and the phone starts to overheat. So let's see if we can make it for this heart. All right, so pivot. Boom. I don't know how that angle is. I'm just going to go with it for now, and I'll pivot back over towards the bench here in a bit. Now I'm going to pivot back. Can't see, but I think that looks good, hopefully. Double check. Alright, so I'm going to finish it off with this one, guys. As far as the process, I'll go to the chat, see what's up with everybody, answer any questions, bullshit for a little bit, and just chill. Then I got to get back to work and clock back on. So I'm on my break right now. I got to just clean up the studio. me get rid of the sharp edge from the cut. I have a red, white, and pink spiraled one at home. Some of the people might have seen it before. This one's nice though, black and white with the clear. I'll get ready to use my jacks to create my jack line. That's where we'll separate it from the pipe. So yeah, see, it doesn't even look black. Or the white, you can see the white. The black's kind of showing up, but not really yet. It's still very, again, hot. So it's all bright orange. And we'll let that cool down for a bit. And while this cools down, I'm going to switch it up and hang out with the chat for a bit. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? What's going on? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the shop. So yeah, for the people that have been in here hanging out, you guys can see where I work. This is where I work. I'm an instructor. And so Monday through Friday, I'm here in the evenings. And on my lunch break, I'll sneak in a stream if I can sneak in a stream, show the process, take requests if people are interested in requests, if I have enough time to do it. And then the sales are Monday through Friday at 11 in the morning, give or take. Depends on when my baby falls asleep. All right, let me go ahead and... Can you run the two so I can pay? Yes, I can run the two for sure. Let me put this one away real quick. And I'll run it here just a bit. All right, so yep, get rid of the flat edges. Excuse me, get rid of the sharp edges and then flatten it down. I'm starting to get hungry. I think that's what it is. I can't even talk. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to flip it around, lay it on the front side, give you a quick preview, Toasty. Ooh. You see the black and white spiral. Check it out. Can you run them individually? Yeah. I can run them individually. So let me go put this one away real quick. And I'll be right back. All right, let me turn off the equipment so I can start saving the company's money. Turn this off real quick, guys. This one gets turned on and off during the mornings and nights. We have 3 pieces of equipment. This is the glory hole. That's the big one over there. Small one over there. And that's the furnace there where we keep the glass. Okay, let me hit you with the face cam for a bit. Boom. All right, let me go to the listing. I'm going to edit this one. It's going to be pink, white, and clear for the first one. Sorry you missed that one. You didn't get to see that one. And I know I started my show a little earlier than planned. I wasn't planning on streaming this early, but we are pink, white, clear part. Okay. Okay, Toasty, this for the pink and white heart is going to start running now. There we go. Let's go. I don't got the fluffy torch, but I got this one. Let's go. The map cast. And then I got to edit the listing for the next one, which is going to be white or black white spiraled heart. And you got the bronze. All right, let me get that one going for you. So, again, not sure if you're aware of the bronze, but it does allow you to get 10% off the next one or your next purchase, whatever that one may be. Save it for another time, or and here we go. I'm gonna go black and white, clear heart. Okay, this one's gonna start running, and it is running. There we go. That's Jeremy in there. That's my coworker. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Rob? Cat Takers, congratulations on the purchase. Look at Cat giving the kudos. Yeah, thank you, Toasty. Thank you, Toasty, for the support. Cat, thanks for hanging out. Oh, I see the fire emojis, Cat. Appreciate you. Super Swan, this was absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, man. Anytime you guys are in the shop or you guys see me in the shop, feel free to drop into the show and just jump in, support. Just pretty much just kind of a show, right? So you can, if I happen to take a request, I'll make it. Usually I'm already kind of booked with stuff that I'm already making. But whoa, what'd you do? Did you end up? What'd you do there? What the hell, Toasty? What the fuck? Hell yeah, let's go! Oh man, thank you so much, Toasty. Appreciate you. You didn't have to do all that. But yeah, I was saying, if you guys happen to see me in the nighttime, I'm usually here in the studio. So you guys can catch me here and just relax, enjoy the show. Do you have emerald green? Debbie, I missed your question. I do have the emerald green, I think. This is, well, I got this booger green, I got this one, and I have other greens I got to find. Uh, I'll hit you with the follow if I'm not following you. Oh, yep, I am following you. Sorry, Debbie, I missed that one, so I apologize. Reach out to me in the DMs, and maybe I can follow back up with you. There's something about the feel of them brings happiness and love to my heart and spirit. Yes, I love it. I love it. Let's see. I was hurrying home. Oh, were you at work or something? Sorry, I'm going back now. Oh, Wonderland was in here. Very excited to see how it turns out. Yeah, so that's always the other part. What's up, Jeff? Oh, thanks for the follow, Jeff Rob. All right, so yeah, check it out. I'm a glass blower. I'm hanging out here with some people in the community, and I was just talking about my shows at night. So at night, you can catch me here with the glass blowing studio, making stuff. If I can get to the chat, I'll get to the chat. Usually, I get to it at the end of my show, and in between, I'm just in the process doing my thing, partying it up with the disco ball there behind me. Hey, let's go. Um, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna go through the chat just a little bit more. I think I kind of left off more or less here. I'm sure there's probably some more stuff said. Watercolor drip paint, yes, yes, the drip color, yes. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I think that's kind of where I remember taking off at. So let me catch up to where I was at with the bottom of the chat. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Congratulations, DIH. So someone overbid me. Oh, is that what that was? What? They were like, hold up. uh, if I ever, oh, yeah, I'm gonna take you up on that for sure, Kat. I think I'm gonna set you up now, just for now, so that way in the next one, I think it'll save you. Love the show, very educational. Thank you, Debbie. I try to explain stuff as I can. Sometimes I'll get locked in my zone, and I'm just like, creating stuff. So then I'm like, oh shit, I got to talk to people. I got to moderate. So excuse me when I do pause here and there. But But yeah, no, it was a great time, guys. Sorry, dude. No, Squid Kitty, you're all good. So your custom was too hot, too not dead. uh, I lost you there on that one, Squid. Great show. Have a good night. Thanks, Super Swan. Awesome. I help Justin all the time. Sweet, for sure. Was in and out. Looked awesome. Oh, rad sounds. You missed it. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, yeah, on that note, let's finish with the raid, I guess. Usually, if we have 10 people or more, I'll finish it with the raid. Again, thank you guys for the support. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Let's finish it off with the raid, and we'll go from there. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. We'll go Vintage Thrifter. I think they sell glass too. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and rate them. Rate them with some fire emojis. Rate them with the fire emojis. Let's go.